Hello, my name is Joseph Pirayo. I want to welcome you to today's program. In the beginning, Ashur. As always, this is a live program. And if you have any comments, if you have any questions, you can send it to us. If I can answer it, I will. If not, we'll do future programs like question and answers. As always, thank you for watching. You can reach Assyria TV on many media platforms like YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, X, and also if you go to assyriatv.org, we have more than 5,000, close to 6,000 videos for you to see. So many different programs that we have had through all these years. You can check them out. So today's program, it's like kind of part two, but kind of separate. Last program, it was about Ashur versus Assyrian communist, socialist, uh, and the point was about learning about whatever the designation is, like what is socialism, what is communism, what is being an Ashuri or Assyrian, our history. And last program, I was saying that they don't match. When you say I'm socialist and I'm communist, then they say I'm Assyrian. I want to build the Assyria that was, our ancestors. It just don't match because socialism and communism, they don't believe in a creator. They don't believe in a higher authority. They don't believe in God. And our ancestors, back when they started, they believed in Ashur, and it wasn't just their god, it was Ashuraya. In the beginning they knew there was this power, and that's how they raised their kids. That's how the small state became an empire. Everything through Ashurbanipal, kings and queens, and everything was done for him. So everything was related to that power. So any organization, any groups that they want now to create a power or some entity that they want to say, okay, we will go and get Ashur back, our land, and be a power in the politics or everything. They cannot deny, I mean, not that they cannot deny, if you deny who you are, then whatever you build is not going to be fruitful because the history has shown all these organizations, they start move fast, then same speed they come down. So basically it was about knowing who you are. I have an example like what happened to myself back many years ago, 20, 30 years ago, maybe 40 years ago, especially when we came to United States. They were asking me, where are you from? I would say I'm from Iran, but I'm Assyrian. And a lot of people didn't know, like, what is Assyrian? And I had heard from some of my other friends, they would say Assyrian, Babylonian, Babylon. Oh, yeah, everybody knows Babylonian. So the point of communication was mostly through Babylonian. They knew who I was. It was always mixed, Assyrian, Babylonian together. And as uh, not a big deal, but as I learned, especially when I was with Assyrian National Broadcasting, when I was doing programs over there, I was exposed to something that is called Enuma Elish. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. These are seven tablets that are called the seven tablets of creation by Babylonians. So that's the epic of creation, Babylonian creation. There are seven tablets that they found in the, I believe, Ashurbanipal library, if I'm not mistaken. And when they were deciphered, they realized that this is a story of creation. And there were many that they said the story that is in the Jewish and Christian Bible is taken from Enuma Elish, which is fine. But what I said meant was when I was exposed to these tablets, of course, I cannot read cuneiform, but thanks to internet, you go and find out what these tablets are contained. What is the story? What is that story of creation? And as I said, many of my Ashuri patriots that they Ashur, Ashur, Chaya, Ashur, always, we rely on Ashur, our power, our this and that had nothing to do, they had nothing to do with Christianity, and was saying that this is the true uh, story of creation, and the Bible has stolen all the information from that book. So I checked it out and found an English translation so I can read and see what's inside of it. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but in this Babylonian creation, the end of the story is that Marduk becomes the God, the one with the power. So takes over, and he's the one point that thanks. So this is what I found in the internet about who Marduk is, and I guess he's fighting Tiamat. There was that power that they had to get rid of. As I said, this I'm not going to go to the story, but from what I learned is that Marduk at the end, he's the one that becomes victorious, and the Babylonians worship Marduk as their god. And I asked my patriotic Ashuri friends that, okay, it says Marduk. It doesn't say Ashur. They said, oh, you know, when the Babylonians had that story, our ancestors took Marduk and replaced the name with Ashur, right? Kind of makes sense, right? But wait a minute. When you read the story, Marduk is the son of god Ea, Ea, or Enki. His father is Ea or Enki, and his mother is the goddess Damkina. Okay, that's fine. What's the problem here? Wait a minute. When these archaeologies finds of 1850s, when they dug in Nineveh Plain and all these areas that our ancestors had the palaces, had the ziggurats, had all these things, when they did the digging, they found out this god Ashur. Can we show that Ashur also so people can compare? That these people calling themselves Ashur, which in English they called us Assyrians, they believed in this God that is called the beginning, Ashuraya, and the God that they believed in had no beginning, had no end. He was before time. He had no parents, he had no siblings, nothing above him, and he's the creator of all, the most powerful of all, and everything. So when I asked my friends, wait a minute, Enuma Elish is telling us Marduk had parents, but archaeology is telling us Ashur didn't have parents. So what's the story here? Did our ancestors really believe in the Enuma Elish, the Babylonian? That's the point I'm trying to make, is that there was difference between Babylonians and the Ashuri. Our ancestors believed in unseen God. Allah alamat khizyana. If you believe in that, it's true or not, that's not the story. It's not that what I like to hear or what I don't like to hear. If we are looking for facts, we let the facts dictate what has happened, and we follow the facts without making it on a personal basis. Well, I don't like this Ashur that is not Marduk. It's not the point. The point is that who are we? And after that, I learned, I said, wait a minute, I'm not going to say Babylonian anymore because I'm not. Especially after I learned that when Nineveh was destroyed by the power of Babylonians. Even though maybe the Babylon king and his army didn't enter Nineveh, it was Scythians and Medes, but the end story was after the fall of Ashur, Babylon took over. There is a difference between Marduk and Ashur. Marduk was created by other gods. Ashur is not. Another thing that I mentioned last program, there are a lot of information out there without any base who we are. In Genesis chapter 10, verse 22, has mentioned the sons of Shem, son of Noah, grandchildren of Noah. One of them is Ashur. And some of these church leaders or some of these people that are reading the Bible, they say, oh, Ashur is son of Shem, so this is the beginning of our nation, and he's the one that created our nation, and he's the one that became God. And our ancestors started worshiping a human being. They were pagan, they were this, they were that, they were evil. So wait a minute, where do you get all these facts? Before we get into any kind of a like groups or whatever you want to call that, know who you are. Easy. It's easy to throw words out there. Oh yeah, the Ashuri are sons of Ashur from Bible, and that's how it started. No, our ancestors believed in unseen God according to the archaeology. That's the information I have. We have nothing to do with Babylonians, and that's the part that I was trying to point to make, is that after that I learned no more Babylon, Ashur only. I didn't know. I was like a parrot. Everybody was saying Ashur, Babylon, Ashur, Babylon. I said, okay, me too. But when I learned, I said, wait a minute, this is not how it works. Stick to what is true. Stick to what the facts are. We have archaeology. It says Ashur in the Bible, but that's not the start of our nation. Sometimes it's not easy to change your path all these years. This is what I've learned, right? All these years, something you have learned, and you come to a point that you say, hey, wait a minute. What I learned for all these years is not right. Can we show those videos? This is I saw this a couple of videos from our brothers and sisters that they call themselves Aramean. So I can't hear it. Is the video there? Yeah, I can't hear. But the reason is that I want to make sure that people that are hearing this video, first of all, look at the dance. Okay, to me, it looks like Shaitan. That's fine, right? And there is music here, and he's the what they call it. The people are dancing with the music. And if you see the steps, there was like, I don't know, 15 years ago, there was that video from Khabur that these guys are dancing crazy, Sheikhani, Durane, Hakkari, right? And in this song, it's talking about where my home is, where my origin is. And it's talking about the Hakkari Mountains. And they're holding a flag that says, I'm Suryoyo, I'm Aramean. All Arameans that dancing right now to a song that says we are all from Hakkari. That's what I'm trying to say. If you read that, it says Tehe Umtan Suryaito Bart Oromaito, right? I don't need to understand exactly, but they say this is our. How about the other video? That there is dancing Bagia. Because it's just not just one video, it's like two. Bagia, same thing, same dance. Bagia, right? We see this music in the Assyrian parties, in the Chaldean parties, in the Aramaya parties, Suryoya parties, all parties. Same dance, same song, same music, same everything, but they're holding different flags. Why? Unfortunately, like they've been told, and they trust the source that tells them, this is who you are. This is who you are, without checking. After I checked Enuma Elish, these are the facts. My brothers and sisters, and they argue with me, no, we are Babylonians. I said, you can call yourself whatever you want, but you're misinforming. You're putting us in a position that separates us from other brothers and sisters. And in this case, when I was looking at the video, I realized something. When these organizations, they try to say we are separate from religion. You know how they say separation of religion and politics. I believe in that too. The thing is that when you are in politics, for Ashuri people, you need to see the history. We were believers in Ashur, 2,000 years ago, we became believers in Jesus, that is the son of creator. And I say, well, if Ashur is the creator, Jesus is son of Ashur, but that's another story. It's not for today. What I'm saying is that our nation from the beginning, when we then became Christian, they were under that power that they had faith. So all the politicians, I'm not saying to be part of any religious group or any denomination, zduited alaha. That's basically what I'm saying. There is something above you. Because when they don't have that fear, they become gods themselves and they think they can rule over us and we bend down towards them. That's what I'm saying. A politician getting Abidas Duited Allah. There is a power about. On the other side, when we talk about these religious people, we have this. Let's see these photos. First is, I believe, Afran Karim the second. This is gentleman is the head of the Syriac Orthodox Church, and we have Marsako, head of the Chaldean Church, and Mar Aba Royal, he's the head of the Assyrian Church of the East. These three cover majority, these three denominations cover majority of our people that they believe that they are part of that group. And unfortunately, the first two groups somehow, because of either the leadership or whatever that is playing them, they think they are separate than being Ashuri. But our religious people, I was mentioning the politicians should have that power that is above them, zduited Allah. At the same time, these religious people, they don't have to be part of a political system, but being umtanai. You can love your nation without loving, being part of the political group. Like, I'm a citizen of United States, but I don't belong to Republican or Democrats. Okay, I'm nobody's what they call it, puppet. Oh, some people say vote blue no matter who. These are the Democrats. Like, whoever is Democrat, I'm going to vote for that person no matter who. Or I'm red until I'm dead. Red is the color of Republicans. So they said, as long as the title of that representative is Republican, I will vote no matter what. That doesn't work for me. I will vote for whoever I think is doing the right thing for the Constitution of the United States. So you learn the Constitution, you become a citizen, you say, hey, I'm part of this nation, been here citizen of what, 34, 35 years, right? This is my country. Give me a right to vote. I vote for whoever I believe will do the best for the country, not for the best for the political group. Same thing when we look at these uh, heads of denominations. Unfortunately, two of them have separated us. Not that the third one is better. I'm talking about being umtanaya, not being what they call it, party group. All three, if they read the Bible, they know there is one Ashur. There is one Ashur. And that's the problem, that most of these organizations, when they start having their own parliament, council, group, this, that, they would be building something that the foundation is not strong. I remember years ago, trying to remember what was the name of that guy. They had this group called Assyrian Governance, and they came here to San Jose. There was a meeting. His name is Michael. I don't remember his last name, but he was very good to explain to us this governance. You know, with I guess it just started in Iraq. The group was Michael Yoash. Yes, Michael Yoash. He was very knowledgeable. He was explaining when the government starts, this is the group that's going to do this. This group is going to do that. Beautiful, beautiful. Everything laid out. One minor problem. See, when you start talking about the house, the rooms in the house, but there is no freaking foundation that the house is going to be built on, there is no house yet, nothing is being built, and we're talking about the rooms in the house, right? What happened? Where is this guy? All this governance, all we people. See, the problem is our people, we get excited. We are so desperate. Somebody says, shoot, oh, we go. Oh, what happened? Then after a while, nothing. Psst. The more we go up and down, we say, you know what, the hell with it. I don't want it anymore. Even if a group comes and wants to do the right thing and are on the right path, we get so discouraged. So discouraged. For the entities that they want to do anything, you better take care of these three guys. Because most of our people are on their group, under their, what they call it, authority. Um, this is more I would like to say, but the thing is that I like in this program to be more building than destroying. We want to have a group that they understand our history, know who you are before you become a group. You don't believe in Christianity, fine, but that is our history. It's not about what you like, what you don't like. Why did our ancestors become Christian? Why? And not just Christian. And we're talking into two different, uh, what do you call it? Two different empires. Roman Empire, Persian Empire. We were under those two powers, our ancestors. We became Christian, and not just any Christian. We became Christian dedicated. We translated the Bible in our language that even now, if they want to do any translations, they need to see how our ancestors translated because the wording and everything was close to what the writers had written, either in Old Testament or New Testament. But regardless, uh, at the end, I believe we have future, there would be an Ashur. I don't know how it will happen, but these are the things that I know for a fact. If a group comes and wants to establish something, there is no authority of God above them. They don't want to go through these denominations to get at least a sense of who is going to follow him. It's just going to be a waste of time. That's unfortunate. What is the right way? We'll find out. But until then, uh, can we show that dance one more time? The one with the Hakari, the hypocrisy that been taught by these leaders to our people, and they're buying it. Durana Hakari. Look at that. So these are our brothers and sisters, and unfortunately, for the time being, they are separate. But it's up to us. I'll bring them together, and they all became one nation. Anyway, this is the end of today's story. As always, Ahiya Ashur. Aya, blessed be Ashur, the work of God's hand. Chaya Ashur, Mabqila. Thank you and goodbye.
شيخاني